Now on Nightside, the Spokane Arena, the One Spokane Stadium, and the Podium all hosting events tonight, creating a traffic mess. And you can expect more of that in the future.
Well, it was a beautiful night for football, and that sets the stage for a perfect fall weekend. But I'm tracking some changes in the First Alert forecast.
Plus, it is all hands on deck for our Friday Night Sports Extra. All of your local football highlights still ahead. You're watching 4 News Now, Nightside. Breaking new information since we were last on the air. A judge has denied accused murderer Brian Kohberger's request to dismiss the grand jury indictment against him. Kohberger stands accused of murdering 4 University of Idaho students last November. His defense team argued it should be dismissed because only 32 jurors were brought for the case instead of the 45 that should have been present. Judge John Judge says the request came too early, and that is why he rejected it. Kohberger's murder trial was scheduled to start October 2nd, but he waived his right to a speedy trial. Let's take a live look at One Spokane Stadium, where it has been a busy night. Still a lot of people filling the stadiums there. Both Rogers and Lewis and Clark had games tonight, colliding with the Chiefs game that started at 7 p.m., which started to create that traffic mess. Thanks for joining us and staying up with us for Nightside. I'm Kirsten O'Connor. The Spokane Arena, the One Spokane Stadium, the Podium, and the Spokane Civic Theater, all hosting events. This is bound to happen more often downtown. Rania Kaur spoke to some people about how they felt navigating all the traffic.
Kirsten, a lot of people told me they had to plan well in advance to figure out how to navigate this traffic downtown.
By 6 p.m., event staff were on the street navigating traffic. Some people, knowing the traffic headache, said they planned ahead.
I knew ahead of time that there were going to be a lot of events going on tonight, so I kind of expected that to be, but once I pulled into the parking lot, I found a parking spot pretty easily.
On Friday, there were 2 homecoming games at the One Spokane Stadium. At the Spokane Arena, the Chiefs game started at 7. The Podium also contributing to foot traffic downtown with the Junior Badminton World Championships.
Oh, this is the first time I've seen the 3 arenas collide. Yes, but even last Saturday, parking was crazy for the Chiefs game.
It's absolutely terrible. It's really bad.
Spokane Public Schools did have free parking for those going to the stadium. Some season ticket holders say they had a more difficult time navigating the shared parking.
We're 4 blocks down. There's a bunch of apartment complexes down there. I'm sure they hate all of us because it's just loaded up down there. It's pretty inconvenient that you would, choose the stadium before the parking, knowing the plans.
Joy Libsack says she's considering taking an Uber for the rest of the season.
Until they get whatever parking structure they have started across the street, this is going to be crazy.
The Public Facilities District tells me another busy day is going to be October 27th. They're recommending people get here early and plan ahead. In Spokane, I'm Rania Kaur, 4 News Now.
Very busy out there and warmer than average this week across the inland Northwest, and it's going to be a great weekend ahead. Let's send it over to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker to see just how warm our weekend is going to be.
Even warmer than what we saw today. Made it up to 74 today. We're going to be even warmer. It is going to be a gorgeous weekend, feeling more like summer in the afternoon than fall. Even though our leaves are changing, the pumpkins are ready, signs of fall are everywhere. So much sunshine, summer-like temperatures, rain and cooler conditions coming for next week. Here's a look at our satellite and radar. We have a ridge of high pressure over the region that is going to dominate our weekend weather. But there are some changes that are going to begin moving in on Monday. Temperatures are going to stay in the mid-70s through Monday, but then drop as we get into Tuesday, and that's going to come along with the chance of showers. Right now, we have a 30% chance of rain on Monday. The best chance of that wet weather, however, will be late in the day, more likely in the evening than the late afternoon. And that takes us into Tuesday with a 60% chance of rain, and then down to 40 on Wednesday. And then it looks like we're going to be drying out again as we head into next weekend. Here's a look at some of the potential rainfall totals on Monday. Monday and Tuesday, up to 1/4 of an inch around the Spokane area, up to 1/2 inch in Coeur d'Alene. I think those might be a little on the high side based on some of the most recent models, but any rain would be welcome. In the meantime, we're going to enjoy a dry and warm weekend with temperatures in the 70s and even the 80s in some locations before that wet weather moves in. As I mentioned, it looks like we're not done with the nice weekends. Indications are we're going to be warming up and drying out heading into next weekend, but I would savor this one just in case, Kirsten.
All right, thank you, Chris. Well, this is usually the time of year we have to watch those nighttime temperatures, especially if you have plants that you're trying to keep from freezing. This year, though, the first freeze is taking its time. Meteorologist Matt Gray tracks how much longer we could be waiting for the first freeze.
And I spent a lot of time today looking for where we've already seen freezing temperatures this fall. It took me a really long time, and that's because not that many people have seen them so far. The Met Howe Valley dropped to 29 degrees earlier this month, but almost everywhere else has not hit that magic number of 32 degrees yet this season. And in fact, a lot of us, as you can see in your map here, not even close. In Spokane, this Sunday is the average first day for a first freeze, but there's basically no chance of that happening as you look at our forecast. The next big cool down, that's not even going to get us down towards where we would be average. You see, so far this fall, when it has been cool out, it's also been pretty cloudy. The clouds, they insulate us from cooling off as much as we would on a clear night, acts like a little blanket. And so far, places like Deer Park, Chewelah, Sandpoint, Bonners Ferry, all way past the average date for the first freeze. Spokane, we're going to join them as well here in just a couple of days. But the question is, when will we see that first freeze? Are there any indications? You know, and normally I have some sort of answer for you, but I really don't know this time, at least when it comes particularly to the Spokane Metro. The weekly climate computers, what I've had behind me here, really trending warm, not just next week, but also for the rest of October and potentially even into early next month, warmer than average weather. And it's all a part, at least a little part, of how climate change is affecting us here in the inland Northwest. But even though we may be waiting a while for our first freeze, hey, your plants will probably be pretty happy with that.
3 years after the Babb Road fire completely destroyed the cities of Malden and Pine City, the community is still on the road to recovery. And while Oregon Road and Gray fire survivors are waiting to see if they will receive federal funding, the people of Malden have some advice. The Babb Road fire destroyed 67 homes, but the mayor there said that wasn't enough for the city to qualify for individual assistance. Malden received public assistance for buildings like the post office and the fire station. For housing, the community heavily relied on donations from organizations like Innovia, but even that took some time.
When you have families that have lost 100% of everything they own, everything is gone except the land that they live on, that is a true disaster. That should be the tipping point of what a disaster is for individual assistance.
The director of Malden's long-term recovery organization also said that funding takes time because of documentation and paperwork. To this day, Innovia funds are still assisting the community there. Both the mayor and director said they know it's tough to wait, but everyone needs to trust that organizations are there to help. 3 overnight incidents, all targeting Spokane's LGBTQ community. 2 pride murals painted over, and 1 queer-owned clothing store had its window smashed where a pride painting once was. The pride murals downtown and at Odyssey Youth Movement, as well as a window at Atomic Threads, were all hit. All incidents are believed to have happened late Thursday night into early Friday morning, and members of Spokane's queer community tell 4 News Now they are not letting these crimes silence them.
Doors will continue to be open, including tonight, and we will continue to maintain that safe space, be extra vigilant of how our young people are feeling and take their lead and how they want to respond within the space as well.
Spokane police are currently investigating both of the vandalisms at those murals. This is still unclear if the crimes could be related. In Sandpoint, park advocates chained themselves to a tree in opposition for a proposed pickleball and tennis facility at Travers Park. Today was the second day of their protest. These two protesters were chained around a 30-year-old willow tree. They say it's an effort to protect the 20 trees that are expected to be taken out by the city to make way for a new pickleball facility at Travers Park. The city planner says they will add 60 trees to the area to replace the 20 they're taking out. But for Monica Gunter, the daughter of Frank Travers, who the park is named after, some of these trees serve a larger purpose than just providing shade.
My father, my sister, and my grandmother their ashes are all spread here under that maple tree right there that's going to come down and it's going to be covered in concrete, and the city doesn't even care about it.
The city says Travers Park was chosen because of its central location for multiple schools and senior centers. And they also said the trees that they are removing are at the end of their lifespans. A Spokane County Sheriff's Office sergeant is on administrative leave under investigation for use of force. The incident happened back in August. The Sheriff's Office is not providing details right now. The Spokane Police Department will handle this investigation. Sheriff John Knowles says, "I trust the Spokane Police Department to conduct a thorough, complete, and unbiased investigation into the sergeant's actions and this incident." This is still a developing story. We will update you just as soon as we learn more. Investigators say they now know what caused the seaplane crash that killed Sandy Williams, the former executive director of the Carl Maxey Center, and her partner. The National Transportation Safety Board saying a failure of a critical flight component caused the crash near Whidbey Island last year. Investigators saying they found pieces of that plane that were disconnected, which would have made it impossible for the pilot to control the plane. A new warning from the Federal Trade Commission about social media scams. Americans are being cheated out of billions of dollars, and experts say just clicking on an advertisement could be the worst of it. Hannah Ford of Texas says she thought she was buying a gift for a friend from an ad on social media. When her order never showed up, she noticed the social media page and website for the company no longer existed, and she had been scammed.
Everything looked really legitimate. It had positive customer reviews. There was a video of her showing off her storefront.
Well, the FTC says scams are a problem for all ages, but the numbers are most striking for younger people. When it comes to protecting yourself, experts say don't be quick to click on those ads.
Do your homework, search the company, maybe look up their name with the word complaints or scams, and see what you find before you send your money.
Other tips, make sure that you're looking at reviews off of the social media sites. Look at the account's posts and check how long they've been active for. A lot of times scam accounts are put up and then taken down very quickly. Well, still ahead, all your local football highlights in Friday Night Sports Extra. Stay with us.
Track live radar on the 4 News Now weather app.
4 News Now is brought to you by End the Violence.
In the heart of the Pacific Northwest, where hard work meets rugged beauty, there's a family that relies on the best, relies on powerful Kubota tractors and personal equipment support. They stand for hard work and dedication, shown in their pastures and animals. From fertile valleys to steep hillsides, Adams Tractor is here to support the backbone of the Northwest. We are your trusted Kubota dealership, with 5 locations to serve your needs. Visit adamstractor.com.
It was in August, fires raged through our area. This one, the Gray Fire in Medical Lake. Homes destroyed, trees destroyed along with it. They've got to come down and get moved out for the rebuild. We're here in mid-October to help move them. The 4 News Now Extreme Team, brought to you by and with volunteers from Horizon Credit Union.
This is going to be a lot of fun.
He's got the stars.
Yeah.
The studs.
I don't remember a time in my life I didn't watch his show.
And the unexpected.
I've always thought of you as Dave Jr.
Every hair on my body is standing up right now.
Jimmy Kimmel Live, new weeknights on ABC.
Floor and Home by Carpet One authorized manufacturer sale is going on now. Top quality manufacturers, Shaw, Cortec, and Anderson Tuftex, have lowered their prices up to 40% off on quality hardwood, luxury vinyl plank, and luxurious carpet. You'll be sure to find the perfect floor from our largest and finest selection of Shaw, Cortec, and Anderson Tuftex flooring. On sale up to 40% off at Floor and Home by Carpet One. North Side, just north of the Y on Division, and now in Liberty Lake on Country Vista Drive.
It's a 4-day four-wheel drive sale this week at Cal.
Where for 4 days only, Cal is dropping the prices on four-wheel drives. Plus, giving you an extra $400 for your trade-in.
Which is a double $800 reason to upgrade your ride from Cal.
Ford News Now is brought to you by Wendell Motors.
That music means it's time for Friday Night Sports Extra. Welcome in. I'm Julian Minnesota alongside Alex Crescenti. And you know, Alex, your Washington State story on Chalk Talk yesterday about finishing, right? F word that describes the Cougs, finishing. I think we should start doing F words for every Friday. This week, I think frenzy is a good one because there was a lot of stuff happening.
A lot of action. There's some weeks where, you know, we get to the games and maybe there's not a touchdown scored. We definitely saw that last week. But rest assured, we got some action this week. And, well, let's start off with maybe the banger of the Friday night. Southridge heading to One Spokane Stadium to take on Lewis and Clark. And this one, oh boy. Second quarter, Tigers will be driving. Jack Paradon rolls to his left, hits Tyler Jones downfield. He's not going to lose that foot race. Gets pushed into the end zone to help extend the LC lead. He's going to come for the touchdown, celebrate with all his, teammates. Hang on, watch this though. The lineman bumps him. Oh man, look out, Tyler. How about that though? He's good. He's good. Anyway, ensuing Suns drive on third down. They'll be driving. They're going deep, but Charlie Walden says not so fast, breaks it up, and forces the fourth down. They're going to have to punt it away. So, Paradon and the offense go back to work. This time he's going to roll to his right, throws across his body, hits Jones again in the middle of the field. No one's stopping him for a second score of the quarter, and the Tigers are rolling now. Now, after Southridge scores a touchdown, LC gets the ball back. Less than a minute to play. In the final second, Paradon hits Sam Bafu-Torre, makes the amazing toe tap, stays in bounds somehow, falls back into the end zone. He can't even believe it. And that's it. As the Tigers get going there, that's how the half would end. Almost a buzzer beater. Anyway, LC gets the victory 44-18 over Southridge.
I mean, I'm speechless. Unbelievable catch right there. Now, the earlier game at One Spokane Stadium, Rogers, the Pirates, hosting Clarkston for homecoming. Rogers looking to bounce back after last week's loss. The crowd was ready for homecoming, but the Pirates sadly were not. Kobe Bogle was going to go ahead and throw it deep, but he throws it right into the hands of the other team. Nathan Somers is going to take this one all the way back for the touchdown. Rogers finds themselves down 13-0 early on. So, it's time to settle back, get in the huddle, regroup, right? Well, Clarkston's going to say, not so fast, my friends. Another interception and a score as Rogers would be fighting an uphill battle from the jump. But hey, here's something to cheer about for the Pirates. Ronald Warwick, the fifth. Don't forget the fifth. Wide open for the score. Pirates are on the board, but it was all Clarkston after that as the Pirates, they were shorthanded tonight without quarterback Aaron Kinsey. Rogers falls at One Spokane Stadium by a final score of 39-12.
Mount Spokane and Central Valley. We're going to head out to the valley there. And Mount Spokane's going to come out throwing. TJ Haberman to Ryan Bochers. He's going to get stopped just before the end zone. Fumbles it away. And it's Johnny on the spot. Bowden Gardner, who else? He's a ball hawk, Julian. Takes it in for the score. He's like, nah, that's mine. He's scoring every week, it seems like. Anyway, Mount Spokane driving again. TJ Haberman throws it deep, but Kamoni Davis, oh, what an interception there. That young man is just a ball hawk in the secondary. He has a nice little return. He's going to try to get a pick six there, but eventually is going to be taken out of bounds. He's going to be forced out of bounds. Anyway, Central Valley in the second quarter, Bo Reisenauer. He's going to throw a screen pass to Danny Smith. And he's going to be in, and he's gone for the touchdown score as Mount Spokane is able to hang on for a 23-13 win over CV. Good, tough victory for them tonight.
All right, Gonzaga Prep taking on University on the road. Now University kicks off to start the third quarter. Nico Alexander is going to take this one for the long return. You love it all the way. Maybe taken down ultimately, but nice return for Mr. Alexander right there. Now Gonzaga Prep's Bodie Stafford. He'll answer, throws the pass to Carson Flynn over the middle. Easy work for the Bullpups. Now University's Caleb Walcott looking to answer, rolls out, but he's going to lose the ball, collects himself, throws it deep, but G Prep's Jackson Pierce is right there to pick it off. Read that thing like a book. G Prep, they celebrate because Gonzaga Prep earns the shutout victory over University. This is a real score, 49-0.
Yeah, if you're going to play Gonzaga Prep, you need to play a perfect game and then maybe get some help and catch them on an off day. Today was not that day.
Yeah, safe to say G Prep's going to be in the mix when it comes to state here at the
Yeah, they are every year, and we expect them to be playing deep into November.
We're going to see a lot of other great plays on the other side of the break when Friday Night Sports Extra returns, including these guys, shirtless with the USA on them. Come back after the break.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Dear Exit Strategy, all your pieces are in place. A tranquil lake, a serene sky, an emerald forest, a secret hideout. Thanks for being there just when I need you most. Always Toyota SUVs.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan with roadside assistance. Visit your local Toyota dealer to learn more. Reserve yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
I had a lot of bad days with gout, but that one took the wedding cake. Even with medicine, my uric acid was still too high to stop painful gout buildup. Then a gout specialist told me about Cristexa.
Cristexa is a prescription medicine for adults with gout whose symptoms are not controlled by other gout medicines.
I learned Cristexa quickly starts working to break down gout buildup.
Cristexa is an infused medicine. Serious life-threatening allergic reactions can occur while taking Cristexa. Tell your doctor right away if you have symptoms such as shortness of breath, trouble breathing, dizziness, itching, or swelling of the throat or tongue. Cristexa is not recommended if you have high levels of uric acid without a history of gout. Do not take Cristexa if you have a rare disorder called G6PD deficiency or favism. Before receiving Cristexa, tell your doctor if you have a history of heart problems and all the medicines you take. Cristexa may cause gout flare-ups, allergic reactions, nausea, bruising, sore throat, constipation, chest pain, and vomiting.
I received Cristexa for about 6 months. Now I'm in control, not gout.
Find a doctor who specializes in gout at goutdocnow.com.
It's a 4-day 4-wheel drive sale this week at Cal.
Where for 4 days only, Cal is dropping the prices on 4-wheel drives. Plus, giving you an extra $400 for your trade-in.
Which is a double $800 reason to upgrade your ride from Cal. It's a 4-day holiday sale this week at Walker's Furniture. And that means store-wide savings of 15 to 70% off. Or get 5 years no-interest financing with no money down during the 4-day holiday sale this week at Walker's.
4 News Now is brought to you by Curing Spokane.
You know, Alex, the part of football games on high school Friday nights, they don't get enough credit, are not just the players and the coaches and the parents, but the students sections who are able to come out to the games. Their theme nights are always great, but tonight there was an extra special one that brought it, and I think it was at Union Stadium tonight. The Meade fans, they were decked out in red, white, and blue. You had the shirtless fellas right there with USA painted on the chest. Yeah, absolute dedication. We love it. Now, Meade with the ball here. This, not so much. Jalen Lehman threw it straight for Ferris's Kiari Cage, who takes it, Ferris, and they're going to go all the way down and score at the goal line. Players, they were waiting for the call on this one, but ultimately the refs say, yep, He got past, touchdown Ferris to make it 14-7 after the extra point. But Meade used their first possession after halftime for good use. Lehman completes a deep ball to Matthew McShane. There was a flag on the play right there, but pass interference on Ferris means another Panther touchdown and another Panther win. The final score of this one, 35-7, USA, USA, USA for the Meade fans.
Let's head up north to Deer Park, where the Stags hosted Medical Lake this evening. First play from scrimmage is going to be Jack Martinez taking the handoff. He's going to take this ball upfield and is eventually taken down out of bounds, but not before he gets into Cardinals territory. A couple plays later, it's going to be Aiden Martin hitting Cole Miller over the middle of the field. He's going to shed one tackle, and it's off to the races. No one's going to catch him there. Well, maybe, but not in time. He is in for the touchdown, the first of many touchdowns for Deer Park. Offense of the Cardinals not doing a whole lot this evening. Josh Henry runs into his own man. That causes the tackle. That's going to basically sum up the evening for Medical Lake. In the second quarter, Martinez takes the handoff again, makes the cut outside, and it looks like he's going to be gone for a second, but eventually is pushed out of bounds there. Then at the goal line, Martinez is going to get the call again and will walk in for the score, and that would be his third of the half as Deer Park goes on to cruise control from there. They dominate this one 42-14.
And Martinez is back, Buster, from carrying the team. I mean, what a game. Riverside versus West Valley is our next game. Now, this one got pretty intense. Tie game late in the fourth quarter. Riverside is punting to West Valley. Austin Griffin will drop the punt, and Jake Gaffney with the recovering, forcing overtime. Now, teams will get ready for overtime. It'll be Riverside. Starts out in overtime with the ball after the coin toss there. It'll be Gaffney, throws to Blake Cosell for the nice gain right here before he's taken down on the sideline. Riverside settles for a field goal, and Gaffney will go ahead and kick it through the uprights. Now, it'll be West Valley's turn on the other end to try to answer and win this game or potentially tie. Ethan Turley will take it in for the score and the win as West Valley celebrates in overtime. The best kind of celebration. West Valley survives 13-10. Now, this one is from Thursday night. We wanted to give some love to these two schools. Shadle Park hosting Pullman at One Spokane Stadium. And check this out, a banana and a hot dog watching the game. All the major food groups are here. Hot dog in the crowd. And Shadle Park's Nicholas Tilton, he brought the mustard. Down the sideline, touchdown for Tilton as Shadle Park takes the 7-3 lead. But Pullman, the Greyhounds, they would respond in a big way. Scott Fry, check this out, the big fella rumbling ahead for the score. This one was close until the fourth quarter, and that's when the Highlanders pulled away, 38-17. Again, that was the final on Thursday.
Yeah, Shadle getting a couple big wins the last 2 weeks. They knock off Rogers in a dramatic comeback last week, and then getting the Pullman win. They could be in position for a deep playoff.
Yeah, I was just going to say, talk about who's going to be there at the end. Contenders, pretenders, they might be a contender for sure. Now, on the other side of the break, we're going to have our top plays of the week. This one was difficult for us, but we got it down to 3. You'll see them all on the other side.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by End the Violence.
Listen, everyone. This October, there's Disney magic in the air and scary fun everywhere.
Marvelous introduction.
Creepy classics. Frightening favorites.
It's just a bunch of hocus pocus.
And broadcast premieres.
The magic is in danger.
What fun that is.
The Wonderful World of Disney. Sundays at 8, 7 Central on ABC. 92.9 CCU.
In the heart of the Pacific Northwest, where hard work meets rugged beauty, there's a family that relies on the best, relies on powerful Kubota tractors and personal equipment support. They stand for hard work and dedication, shown in their pastures and animals. From fertile valleys to steep hillsides, Adams Tractor is here to support the backbone of the Northwest. We are your trusted Kubota dealership, with 5 locations to serve your needs. Visit adamstractor.com.
It's a 4-day four-wheel drive sale this week at Cal.
Where for 4 days only, Cal is dropping the prices on four-wheel drives. Plus, giving you an extra $400 for your trade-in.
Which is a double $800 reason to upgrade your ride from Cal. It's a 4-day holiday sale this week at Walker's Furniture. And that means store-wide savings of 15 to 70% off. Or get 5 years no-interest financing with no money down during the 4-day holiday sale this week at Walker's.
You expect more from local news. 4 News Now delivers.
It's to get you the information you need to plan your day.
We begin with breaking news and the breaking news you need to keep your family safe.
That's what we mean when we say expect more.
Well, it's that time of the week. You see the graphic right here. Top plays. You know, a couple weeks ago, we're like, nothing could top these ones.
No. Well, usually every week it's pretty cordial. We're like, yeah, who's got a top play? Oh, you got one, I got one. This week it was a fist fight to determine who was going to be number one, and I think, you know.
Yeah, I thought I had something special here with number 3, but then you talk. We'll just get to the tape here. Play number 3 goes to Meade's Matthew McShane. You're going to want to get his autograph in your yearbooks this year, people. McShane with one of his 2 touchdowns on the night as Meade cruises to a 35-7 win over Ferris.
Play number 2, let's go to Central Valley High School, where Mount Spokane comes out throwing TJ Haberman to Ryan Bochers. He gets stopped at the goal line. Ball pops out, but who's there to fall on top of it and get into the end zone? The boy, the man, the myth, the legend, Bowden Gardner takes it in for the score, and the Wildcats win this one 23-13. Now, play number 1, it was pretty obvious if you watched the show. Jack Paradon goes deep to Sam Bafu-Torre in the final seconds of the half. Toe tap touchdown. He can't even believe it. Look at Sam's face right there. He's trying to be cool. I know he's trying to act cool, but you know what? Go celebrate with your boys, Sam, because let's watch this again. Look at this concentration to get this foot down in bounds. Oh my goodness.
My back hurts just watching that.
We might have to send that into a certain network that has the ESPN initials.
I know. Hashtag SC Top 10. That might make it. All righty, so congratulations, Sam, on getting the top play. After the break, though, we got some college football to talk about.
Yep, big weekend.
Cougs and Idaho. We'll break it down on the other side of the break when Friday Night Sports Extra returns.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app. At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
There are many different ways that Numerica gives back. Financial education is my way of giving back to the community by being able to help members in branch and getting the opportunity to go out into schools and teach kids about how to put themselves in a better position financially.
Excuse me, do you have any plush carpet?
Maybe. Let's check my nap pile. Is this plush or what? I mean.
For help from real flooring experts, visit Skelton's Carpet One. Right now at Skelton's Carpet One, you can get help from our flooring experts while saving big and enjoying special financing on beautiful floors for your home. Skelton's Carpet One, here to floor you.
It's a 4-day four-wheel drive sale this week at Cal.
Where for 4 days only, Cal is dropping the prices on four-wheel drives. Plus, giving you an extra $400 for your trade-in.
Which is a double $800 reason to upgrade your ride from Cal.
Spokane's homeless plan is not working. In the last 6 years, Spokane's homeless rate has nearly doubled, while the U.S. rate barely increased. And while many unhoused persons genuinely need a helping hand, others have accelerated Spokane's problems of crime and open drug use. Similar-sized U.S. cities don't have these problems, but Spokane became home to the largest homeless camp in the state of Washington. Why Spokane? Hear the answer at curingspokane.com.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
Well, there's an undefeated team on the Palouse, 13th in the country. Cougs taking on UCLA, noon kickoff. Alex, big takeaways going into that one.
This one could be a dogfight here. You have one of the nation's best scoring defenses going up against one of the best offenses in Washington State. So this is going to be an interesting dynamic. The key is going to be get off to a fast start because that crowd is going to be dead. No one's going to be in that Rose Bowl.
Yeah, Cam Ward just outside the top 10 in Heisman odds right now.
Yeah.
This could help his case.
Right.
Also, Idaho, 5 o'clock kick on the road against Cal Poly against former WSU and Eastern head coach Paul Wolf.
That's right, yeah. They continue to also rise in the rankings, and that's if they get the win, which they're going to be heavily favored against Cal Poly. Sets up a big matchup for the Little Brown Stein next week. We're going to be there as well. And, you know, Idaho could be playing for national title.
They're number 3 in the country, people. 3 in the country. We'll see you guys next week. We'll also have coverage of those games tomorrow on 4 News Now.